Alright, hey guys. I probably could have had this like review up a lot faster earlier or whatever. Realized that the footage that I recorded of us walking and talking about the movie just was babblings of mad people. It was like one or two sentences about the movie, and the rest of it was just Phil wanting to go on a boat ride and then complaining about how far we're walking. So I'm re-recording this anyway to it. So saw Terminator Genesis, lighting. Saw Terminator Genesis. We saw it in IMAX 3D. Was completely unnecessary. I was very much planning, fucking glare. I was very much planning on seeing it in just regular 2D at a regular theater, that kind of stuff. But Phil was just like, you know what? Let's go see it in IMAX 3D. So we go to our usual theater. You know, we saw it at like 9 in the morning, so that was nice. Saw it that early because the movie was 2 hours long. I wanted to get other stuff done. Plus, it was like $6 cheaper per ticket, so why not, right? Um, but yeah, so that with the storyline, it's the whole like we're just canceling out the entire series, kind of starting all over, kind of shit. And I can't fucking I'm gonna wear my glasses like this. So pretty much is how I felt about the movie. It's just like, okay, you see in the trailer like that, like Sarah Connor knows and blah blah, blah all that stuff. And the thing is, it's like this movie wasn't good, nor was it bad. It wasn't horrible. It was just like, there it is. I kind of felt like it made me feel like when I watched Terminator Salvation, where it had like the Terminator element in it, and it just was like the nostalgia part of it. But I wasn't just like, that kind of shit. Like, the only reason I cared to have seen this movie was that it was the whole like Schwarzenegger fighting his past self. And even then, that scene was like 5 minutes long, There was also a couple parts where like it made you have the feels, where it showed like how, like the Terminator, known as Pops in this movie, like really cared for Sarah Connor, and you're like, why are you making me care so fucking much, Which I guess if you think about it, like in the second one, he cared very much for John Connor and all that stuff, but it's not the same. Like, um, because there's a line towards the end of the movie where he's like, "Take care of my Sarah," and you're like, "Damn!" Like, why? Why do I care so much? Like the only reason, again, you go to see it is just like to watch Schwarzenegger be Schwarzenegger, to watch the campiness of him and the whole like awkwardness. I do like that there was that exposition about why he's older, because Phil was complaining about that. He's like, how can he be older? Like, he's Terminator, he's not supposed to age. And then Kyle Reese was like, yo, why is he like older? And then she was like, oh, well, the skin that goes over it is real human skin, so it ages. And you're like, oh, okay, so I totally take that. Okay. Like, right when they said that, I just looked at Phil and I was like, well, there's your explanation, bitch. um but yeah, so there is that. The guy who played Kyle Reese is, what's his name? Jay Alexander, who was in Die Hard, the Good Day to Die Hard, Long and Fast and stuff. Yeah, so, the entire time, like, Phil was just like, take off your pants. He's a good looking guy. Like, it's very nice to look at, but Jesus Christ, bitch. Thirsty, But, yeah, like, there was, like I said, there's some elements which you enjoyed. Like, J.K. Simmons was in it, which I didn't even realize he was in it. So I was making jokes the entire time about him wanting to find Spider-Man. So, um, but yeah, like, with the whole time travel shit like that, I found it funny that Matt Smith was in it. Matt Smith with an American accent was just weird. Like, I was just like, oh, my hair's coming off. I'm like, okay, not very used to that, but of course not used to really Daenerys with like an American accent. There's one part where like her accent slips, and I was expecting her to be like, my dragons, and you're like, all right, bitch, yo dragons, um, you know, the part where there was like that T-1000 guy, I did like that it was an Asian dude, and I did like that Asian dude kind of looked like Robert Patrick, But that, again, like the stuff that happened in 1984, that scene was probably, well, that was technically like the part of the first act. So that was really just like a good like 30-minute chunk out of the movie. And then you do like a hop, skip, and a jump to, was it like, to 2017, you know? You jump to 2017, um, and Kyle Reese and Daenerys, Sarah Connor jumped to 2017 while Schwarzenegger, well, Terminator takes like the long way, and you see him and like his hair is whiter and all that stuff, and you just kind of have more of the feels for it. Like I don't know, like it's so weird to like have that. But anyway, yeah, like the whole like switching timelines. That's how I just feel about the movie. Um, I I don't mind Amelia Clark. I think that's her name. I always forget it. As Sarah Connor, but I do like, funny enough, her co-star from Game of Thrones, Lena Headey had it. I always forget her last name. I like her more as Sarah Connor. Funny enough, like just before I went to go see this movie, I finally finished the Sarah Connor Chronicles. When it came out, I think I was in school and stuff, so I never had much of a chance to watch it. But after I watched it, and it only had 2 seasons, and how the season ended on such a fucking cliffhanger, I was like, fuck! You never know what happens. Anyway, so yeah, I like her as Sarah Connor more because I feel like for me, Sarah Connor like she obviously being a tough ass bitch, and it makes sense like casting someone like her. At the same time, I do like Lena more because it's just like there's a certain level of cuntiness, I guess you would say, to Sarah Connor, where she's like she doesn't take the shit, she's not gonna deal with the shit, and fuck you. I feel like with Daenerys, it's there, but not so much. She's more of, because I don't know, maybe because I obviously see her more as Daenerys as well, so I just see her more as just kind of being like, all right, I'm just do that bidding, kind of whatever kind of shit, you know. Anyway, but she didn't do bad at all. It was funny because there's one scene where she was kind of like covering up all like nudie and stuff, and I was like, "Bitch, we've all seen you naked." Anyway, but yeah, that's Terminator Genesis. Like it was special. It was a very special movie. Like it's better than 3. I don't know. I don't want to say it's like on par with Salvation, because Salvation really, I don't want to say wasn't a Terminator movie, but it was just randomly about Sam Worthington. It was Sam Worthington's character, and John Connor was just kind of like, everyone was just playing like this. It just seemed like, I don't want to say fan fiction. That sounds really weird to say that. It just seemed like a side story to the Terminator, like that could have been like a one shot kind of thing rather than really like an actual whole movie. But that's Terminator Salvation. But yeah, other than funny enough, Terminator Salvation was actually my very first review I've ever done. Um, yeah. Anyway, trailers. There was it the Codename Uncle, the Guy Ritchie thingy, Ant-Man, of course. There was some other shit. Yeah, pretty much the shit that you've been seeing like for IMAX for a while. There was a sneak preview for oh my god, I'm losing my mind. Mission Impossible, and of course I'm going to see it because of Renner and Simon Pegg. Yeah, nothing really like special. So this fucking light back here, yeah, the sun has got Nova behind me, and recording on a damn webcam sucks. So, but yeah, I don't know, just if you want to see it, just see it in regular 2D. The 3D wasn't bad because 3D, like, it had the atmospheric stuff, like stuff was blowing up and at your face, all that stuff. It was using it well. Of course, like with IMAX, you get the good like the sound and all that stuff. This in a way did a little bit better than Jurassic World, although I still enjoyed Jurassic World way more. But this played the theme song. It's like you have to, you have to go dun 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 dun. You have to do that. They did that multiple times, and they did it at the correct points, not just randomly. Because whereas Jurassic World, they just kind of was like, yeah, we'll play it, but we'll have this fucking annoying guy talk over, yeah. So anyway, if you want to go see it, like if you want to see the 3D shit fly in your face, yeah, It's still obviously not necessary. The whole fucking thing with the new robots and stuff, and John Connor being an ass, and it kind of makes you upset because you have this storyline in your head of what it is. Phil's never seen the first one, or Salvation, which we really don't need Salvation. He's only seen the second one and the third one. So during scenes where he was just like, how is that his father? Like in the future, he's like, how is that his father? I was like, yes, his father from the future travels to the past to have sex with his mom to have him. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, that's the whole storyline. And he's like, that doesn't make sense. That's stupid. And I was like, okay, that's nice. All right, that's special. Anyway, so that's Terminator Genysis. Yeah. I think the next movie I'm gonna go see is I think it's Ant-Man. Yeah, Phil wants to see the Amy Schumer movie. I don't know. He's got to be paying for that one. Um, Obviously, then there's Mission Impossible and all that other stuff. So, oh yeah, and Fantastic Four is coming out, right? Right? It's coming out the end of the summer. Anyway, I'm talking too much, but bye, and it's bright outside. Like the ending fight scene, like I don't give a fuck. Spoiler alert: the T-Rex.
We should have said that a long ass time ago.
Well, yeah, you should know by now. I usually put in the title whether there's spoilers or not. But anyway, in the end, fucking T-Rex. Oh, my leg fell off, and it's like, oh god. So the parents don't know that good Lohan was kidnapped. So they see bad Lohan in the hospital. She tries.